up with Aslan, up with Mecha, that at least starts becoming seditious or revolutionary. And I'm not saying violate their rights to due process, but you've got clear evidence there of dangerous groups. Meanwhile, the Justice Department saying, leave all these people alone. Leave them all alone. Don't go to their meetings. Don't keep tabs on what they're doing. No. You need to watch gun owners, conservatives, libertarians, patriots, people that want to audit the Federal Reserve. And now we have the Pittsburgh newspapers, the Tribune and Post, reporting on the list of these groups that they're spying on: Tea Parties, state representatives, mainline gun groups. The bottom line is this: Homeland Security is for patriotic Americans. It's built for us, it's pointed at us, and this didn't start under Obama. Okay, this has always been the game.
Alex Jones here with urgent information concerning trendsresearch.com. The Trends Journal distills the voluminous ongoing research of the Trends Research Institute into a concise, readily accessible form. By tracking 300 separately defined domestic and international trends, the Trends Journal establishes the connections that others fail to see or misinterpret. Gerald Salente's Trends Journal allows you to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take protective strategies. Individual readers from every walk of life can put the Trends Journal, Trends Forecast, and Trends Analysis to practical use. Extra information to keep you well informed throughout the year when any current event of major social, economic, or political significance occurs. Trends Journal notifies its subscribers of their implications. When you subscribe to the Trends Journal, you'll also receive Trends Alerts. Visit trendsresearch.com today. That's trendsresearch.com. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. This information is too important to wait.
You may be arrested and/or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at prisonplanet.tv. Hi folks, this is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 or visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Defending the Republic from enemies, foreign and domestic. It's Alex Jones.
Okay, I'm going to open the phones up here in a moment, and I don't normally follow the tried and trusted talk radio formula of saying specifically, I want to get your take on this question or that question, what's your favorite color type stuff. But I do occasionally throw out specific questions for listeners because I really want to get your view on it, your idea. It really helps stir the debate and the mental juices. And so I'm going to throw that question out and give you the number here in just a moment. We're going to take a lot of calls in the second half of this hour and for part of the next hour. But just finishing up with Pennsylvania. It was just a few weeks ago that they tried to ban in Ohio several mainline libertarian and conservative groups having Constitution Day rallies. They told them months ago, no, you're not allowed to do that. We think you're basically hateful and evil. And a federal court had to overturn that. And who do you think's giving these reports, though, to the local governments? They have all these seminars and meetings with the feds and with foreign groups that come in and brainwash the police, brainwash our military, and tell them, oh, people that don't like what the banks are doing, the big central banks, they're terrorists. People that don't want to give up their guns, they're terrorists. Oh, this state representative, Daryl Metcalf, why, he was on a secret terror database list, and they were being surveilled. But the federal government and the state government couldn't get their own federal officers to break the law and spy on these people. And so they hired a foreign Israeli company to do it. And that's now major news in Pennsylvania. But when you look at the national news, it's nowhere. So this is much bigger than the Homeland Security and MIAC reports of last year. I mean, these reports were saying these are potential terrorists. They may attack. And the reports went on to say, when you protest taxes, that could hurt the government. See, because the government has its policies separate from the people. No, we the people are the government in this country. But shifting gears, here's the question I want to throw out to the listeners. We have a wonderful country. The United States isn't perfect, but it's been the freest, most wealthy nation in history, and it's proven that the free market and the Constitution, Bill of Rights, really works. And we know both Republican and Democratic parties have been bought off in almost every level, state and federal, by big multinational corporations who get their profits basically off corporate welfare. And we know that they're trying to pass laws to restrict family farms, ranches, industry in this country through the carbon taxes that they don't control. And it's stated by them. They want a post-industrial U.S. White House science czar John P. Holdren talked about that 2 weeks ago. He talked about it again this week. They don't hide that that's their policy. And the Democrats are all for it. Republicans are sometimes undecided. They play both sides. But you notice this agenda just continues to march forward. So here's my question. Last week, you saw John Boehner, the Republican House leader, and others get up, not wearing their suits and ties, regular guys, regular gals with their shirts rolled up in that PR stunt with their pledge to America, kind of like the contract for America from 1994 with Newt, never saw a global carbon tax I didn't love, Gingrich. Why Republicans praise him, I don't know. Why Republicans like Schwarzenegger, I don't know. It's because you're bamboozled, or you feel like you're a winner because you support them. And it's like Democrats that support Clinton or Obama. It's like you've lived vicariously through them, and you've got the winning team or whatever. But my question to you is, we're seeing a major political realignment, one of the biggest in our 230-plus year history. We know the people are really waking up. We know the polls show that Republican candidates that are pro-establishment or seen as establishment are losing in the primaries 9 out of 10 times or even more. We know pro-establishment Democrats are losing in the primaries. We know the Democrats are set to lose the House, maybe even the Senate. But Will conservatives feel so good and like they've accomplished something when they take control of the House? Will conservative activists go back to sleep? Or will you continue to really talk about the real issues? Look, 5 years ago, it was off limits, taboo, persona non grata to talk about world government, the Council on Foreign Relations, big central banks, UN, population reduction. All the big neocon talk show hosts said it didn't exist. You were a lunatic. Now we've come so far, every night on Fox News, you can watch Glenn Beck for an hour, read government documents about how they want to set up a world government and kill 80% of us. And like Glenn's been saying, here, I'm just reading what they said. I mean, that's all I've ever done. Don't believe me? Go check out what I've reported here, what I've shown you, what we post links to at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. So, do you think we can save this republic? I know we can if enough people realize the power they have and take action. But if we're going to be bamboozled, like the left was by Obama, bringing hope and change, you notice things got worse. And now the Republicans get back in. You know, will they actually reverse all the major tax increases, the expired Bush tax cut? Will they shoot down carbon tax? I remember just 8 months ago, right before the Copenhagen Treaty, or I guess now time flies, 10 or 11 months ago. Man, time flies. Back in November of last year, most of the Republican leadership was saying, yeah, global warming's real. We better pass the carbon tax. It passed the House. Now they can't run far enough from it. But before, big special interests were coming in and paying them off, just like Democrats, to go with these carbon taxes that are paid to set up the new IMF World Bank global currency called the Bancor. It's now public. No more denial. And to allow the federal government to selectively decide who can have a factory, who can have a business, who gets selectively enforced on, who gets left alone. I mean, that's the big enchilada for these type politicians that like to be basically politically bought off with campaign contributions, is to be able, like mafia dons in Chicago or New York, to decide who gets to have a business and who doesn't. So my question to you is, how do we ensure this awakening continues and doesn't get co-opted? Because the Tea Parties are great people, but you've seen the RNC come in and take on the Tea Party's political coloration of being constitutionalist, anti-New World Order, anti-globalist, you know, strict national sovereignty advocates. You've seen all that rhetoric. But if I know history, and I do, I understand that the establishment controls us by controlling the left and right, and whoever's out of power, be it Republican or Democrat, they play the part of anti-establishment. And then when they get in power, then they become establishment, and the other party becomes anti-establishment. So how do we continue this mass awakening? How do we accelerate it? And how do we keep Republicans' feet to the fire? That's the question. 888-201-2244, 888-201-2244. First-time callers, I want to give you a chance to be able to get in on the phone lines. 888-201-2244. Specifically, do you think there's been a major political realignment, not with the general public, we know that happened, but with certain major power structures within our country? Or is it all a neocon put on when you watch these shows and hear these radio shows where they now kind of hold their nose and go, okay, there's a global government. Okay, they do want to reduce your population. Okay, the vaccines might not be so good. Okay, that's the big issue. 888-201-2244. We'll come back and talk about the rats leaving the sinking ship of the Obama White House.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, A solar power generator provides powerful backup, insurance, and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-800